Bally, I'm going to open with a question.
Hit me.
Sword or axe?
Sword.
Have you felt over the years that sword has done your needs as a weapon of mass destruction more than an axe would? Think it's like a slender weapon more than a blunt and brutal thing?
It's the ultimate all-rounder weapon. Axe, you're committing.
That's true. It's true. Although I do feel with sword you're committing as well, but it's probably easier to pull back on with a sword.
Yeah.
I always wanted to wield. Actually, I think my willingness to go with sword is probably more to do with my love of Star Wars than anything else. Is like the concept of the lightsaber.
But I think there's some interview with George Lucas where he sort of explained why he chose a sword for the Jedi, like a lightsaber, and he said he wanted it to be a defensive weapon, and it was considered like a blaster is a very offensive weapon. So he wanted them, keepers of peace have to be in favor of defense, not offense. So,
True.
That's the
These fucking fish look like something out of MS Paint. I just have to say, like, do you not think?
But
they are the most janky looking fucking things in this game.
But they're like they're robotic, so that it's sort of wanting to look a bit janky, and it succeeds, I guess. Well, nailing this.
Man, geez.
That was hard.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I kind of remembered it from like a month ago, but still, you need to be careful.
Look at the color of this water.
It's ugly as fuck.
Pollution.
Yeah, a lot of pollution going on. You
think Mega Man's a post-apocalyptic world?
Yeah. You know what? Thinking about it, yeah, it is kind of like dark and gritty.
Dark, barren landscapes. Loads of robots everywhere.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot what is good against Guts Dozer. Oh my god, Bally.
This reminds me of Tinker Knight.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like I want to say it's based off. Sorry, Tinker Knight is obviously based off this.
Right. I think Crash Bombs is the best way to do this. Can't remember. Actually, I think I might just go with...
You're doing well.
It's
not almost dead.
Not... What? What
I was looking at the
You're
wrong
looking
bar.
at the wrong bar. Oh, God, fucking damn it. Yeah, this is where I probably need you to look up what is he weak to. Because he's definitely much more difficult. Well, the second stage will be much more difficult anyway. So... it's nice they start me here, though.
What is his name?
Guts Dozer. I think. Mega Man 2 Guts Dozer? Probably the right thing. It's nice to have someone who can just go over to a guide. Be useful in the future, like, if we play games that are more, like, walkthrough sensitive, to have someone to tell me what the fuck to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna try the power, not the power. Fucking lemons. I'm gonna try lemons and see if I can get it sorted.
Quick boomerang.
Oh, quick boomerang. I think, is that this phase or is it his second phase? Because I can't quite remember.
This just says quick boomerang. I assume it's both stages. I don't know.
Might be. Okay. Is that? Oh, maybe that's just him done. Maybe? Oh, okay. I thought that was another stage. I feel like there's maybe another Mega Man, maybe Mega Man 3.
Maybe you're actually getting confused with Tinker Knight because he's got 2 stages.
No, I'm not. I'm not. There's a Mega Man Guts thing that is like similar to that, but not quite that. I can't remember if it's in this game or if it's in 3. But anyway. All right, we get some nice fill-ups here. So I should probably fill up Crash because I think that this is the level. I think this is the one, Bally. It's where my doom shall be met. Oh boy, tough times. Anyway, back to Star Wars.
It's the story of our lives.
It's the story of our lives.
Back to Star Wars.
Back to Star Wars.
It's like that gap between episode 3 and episode 7. It was just sort of like back to Star Wars.
Right. So like anyway, left off here. Let's continue onwards. I think the one thing that I like about Star Wars the most is that it blends science fiction with fantasy in a way that appeals to me greatly. Because when I think about it, like really the only science fiction stuff I'm interested in is stuff that has fantasy imbued in it, right? Fuck. I knew that was there. I knew that was right next to the staircase, but I did it anyway.
I've forgotten this part.
Yeah, this is it's a bit of a nasty bit, but it should be fine.
Random holes in the ground.
Yes.
This is copied in Shovel Knight as well, actually.
I mean, Shovel Knight wears its influence on its sleeve, so
Definitely.
it's very obvious. Yes.
Fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's a thing that gets replicated in like Xenoblade Chronicles, right?
Definitely.
Like that melding of the two. But I feel more at home with the fantasy stuff. I've always been more at home.
Even in Breath of the Wild, it feels like they're implementing
You're right.
a bit more sci-fi.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, and like in Skyward Sword, those time crystals.
Oh right, yeah.
It's
That's
like, oh.
probably my favorite stuff in
Good
Skyward Sword is the time crystal sand ship boat stuff when you're going across. I love it. Absolutely. Should probably do. I really like Giant Bomb's Game of the Year category that is best moment or sequence. That is a category that I think it's one of those things that people, when they discuss games, they never really talk about, hey, this individual moment was this really cool thing.
Yeah.
I think that
yeah.
happens a lot when I'm playing games, is I'm like, man, this thing really stuck out to me, but trying to think of like that as part of the conversation and how to bring it up and stuff is weird, because you're like trying to discuss the game on a more broad level and kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But highlighting those moments and being like, man, this was this really cool small thing that happened, I really appreciate. And I always like, when I'm playing through games during the year, I'm always thinking like, man, this would make a really good like category or part of that category. Fuck.
I think we're fairly good at, during the podcast talking about moments and not just talking about general arching themes that I think a lot of podcasts are definitely guilty of.
Sure.
There was even one episode of Giant Bomb fairly recently, last couple of months I'd say, where one of them mentioned, I don't want to go too in depth because I want to save it for Game of the Year discussions.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is what we've come to, like
I know.
holding back stuff, to talk about Game of the Year. And I personally wouldn't like for our podcast to do that. I like being open at the time, but then still have something left for Game of the Year,
Right, but I mean, like we're not like a team of like 7 people who have all played enough games where we can do different categories.
There's slightly
Why
less.
am I missing that? Fuck's sake.
There's slightly less debating, perhaps, amongst 2 people versus 7.
Yeah, maybe.
Like if you hear a groan from one of us, it's more influential than if you hear a groan on the Giant Bomb.
Right, exactly. They gotta argue amongst a group.
Or your groan might not even be heard. Is that
I would like to have that one day though, like have a group of people that could go back and forth on shit like this, I think it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But has its place. God damn it. Alright, Bally, I swear to God I'm gonna make this fucking jump this time.
Remember to jump.
Thanks. Jump Man.
There we go. Remember to jump again.
His name isn't Jump Man,
Nailed it.
unfortunately. He's not quite the Jump Man. He's one of
That
many
was
Jump
cool.
Men. I mean, yeah, like you kind of have to do this when you wait for this stupid thing to come around because it takes so goddamn long to get here. Oh, Jesus. Okay. La la la.
Remember to
Purple
jump.
is a color that I think is not utilized enough in video games.
I do like purple.
It's very bold. Purple is like Nintendo's favorite color though. Super Nintendo, GameCube.
Purple was the colour of the Florentina football shirts when they were sponsored by Nintendo.
What? When was that? When did they get sponsored by Nintendo?
It was in the 90s. Their shirt sponsor was Nintendo.
Man, that's kind of crazy.
Chris
I didn't know
Scullion owns a Fiorentina shirt with Nintendo on it.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he would be the one to own that, to be fair. The fun story that Chris Scullion always tells is, I think it was when he met Suda51, and he gave him a Celtic shirt.
Ah, yes.
And-
I remember this.
And then, like, a couple years later or something, he gets a package in the mail, which was Suda51 sending him a shirt from one of his teams or something. And I remember that being just a really cool story that he told.
Was it a baseball shirt?
No, I think it was a football shirt, but I
Okay.
might have been from a Japanese team. I don't know. Or it might have been Nakamura from Celtic
Yes,
Because-
yes, it was Nakamura
because he was a Japanese player. Yeah.
Yeah. What a player.
Don't know much about football these days, Bally, but you know what? I can remember that much. That's how my brain works. Fuck's sake. Stupid ostrich men who aren't actually ostriches
the
yet.
shields are a nightmare.
Yeah.
Beyond their shooting patterns.
Yeah. All right, Bally.
Ah, my favourite bit.
Right. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Fuck. Fucked it up. Fucked it up, Bally. Fucked it up.
Oh, I know that trick. That's cheating.
No, it's not. This is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna do it. Sorry. Has to be this way.
Your emulator's like, don't do this to me.
Well, I'm sorry, but it has to be done. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically do this as a. God damn it. I'm gonna do this as a thing where I. Fuck. Not as where I fuck. Where I. It's so hard to talk. Bally, fill air. Fill air. Come on. You're here for a reason.
Filling air.
You're filling air.
Filling air. Filling air. Filling air.
Oh
Fill-
shit! No.
Oh,
What the fuck?
What is going on? Oh my.
I chose the wrong thing! Flashman, stop! Stop! God damn it, I chose the wrong thing, Bally. Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, I'm gonna die. It's fine. I should die, to be fair. Because...
Wait, they all shoot at you, right? These are lasers at the
Yeah.
sides. Yeah. They flash and then go bang.
I'm actually gonna...
Okay, right.
I'm gonna... Oh, fuck's sake. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. I just want to get this one. I just want to get that one. Then I'm gonna die. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die. And...
So if you run out of ammo here, what are you meant to do?
You die. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I had a game over. I wish I knew I had another life. Alright, Bally. Well,
these old games, they're tough.
So here's the thing. I died twice on that stupid jump that I should have made. So that's why it's all fucked up. Anyway, my plan is to get rid of all those walls because when you respawn before the boss, all the walls will be gone, so you can just crash bomb to your heart's content at the guys and not have the walls be in your way. That's what I was going to try and do. I'll try and do it again. But I always knew this is going to be the part of the game that I get hung up on because this is probably the toughest part, I would say, of all of them.
Look at that little mechanic there. They only introduced the spikes the second time.
Yes.
To like teach you.
It's game design.
It's going to be a hole in the wall, in the floor.
Yep. So... But the thing is, like, it is kind of a bit still fuck you because you don't know exactly where that hole's going to be. So you're kind of standing there like, oh no, what's going on? Just fine. But, you know, would like a bit more upfrontness, maybe. What the? Oh, I forgot. Never switch your item when you're hanging from a ladder. Because Mega Man will just let go. Always switch it beforehand. Yeah, that is a dumb little thing. I definitely did that a couple times when I was playing through this a couple months ago. So, you know, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. Be mindful. Be part of the ways. There's a lot of classic video games we've never played before. What is your number one right now? Like, you've played a lot as we've gone through this podcast.
I want to play that's a classic.
Yeah, what's your number one that you think, like, man, I need to get around to that? Like, that has to be on my hit list.
Define classic. Does it have to be older than what?
Classic is classic. Classic can be defined in whatever way you want to define it.
Majora's Mask.
That is the one. The number with the bullet.
It's the one because there's so much said about it, and it's quite Marmite-ish, where people are like, oh, I hate that, or oh my god, it's the best Zelda. Don't fight me, it's the best Zelda sort of attitudes towards it. And I'm really intrigued as to why something can be the best or the worst. And it feels like most other Zeldas don't divide fans that much.
I feel like it's more the modern ones that are dividing people. Like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, I think, are pretty divisive.
They are. But people united a lot more around something like Link Between Worlds.
Totally.
And, I mean, Breath of the Wild hasn't come out yet, but it's looking,
Feels like people will probably unite
it's
around
looking nice. Yeah. So yeah, Majora's Mask for me, and I bought it. I'm going to be playing it soon, so I'm
Right.
excited about that. You own it. You bought it in a sale ages ago.
that. I did, yeah.
What's a classic you like need to try?
The one that's right at the top of my list right now is Final Fantasy VI. I
Ah,
played Final Fantasy VII earlier this year, and when you ask people what are the best Final Fantasies, most people will say either 6 or 7.
And 6 originally came out on PS1.
No, it's Super Nintendo.
Okay. And
I
it's
realize,
not out
Bally,
on
that
the
you
Virtual
literally
Console.
know nothing about Final Fantasy.
I know.
So we'll educate you, but
It's a good mix of fantasy and sci-fi, isn't it?
well, yeah, it kind of changed. Like over the years, it definitely started out as
Started
more of
as
a
fantasy.
fantasy series, but I think it became more sci-fi as it kind of went on. And I think totally like Final Fantasy VII is the one that starts to really show that difference, because it feels very, I don't know, steampunkish maybe. I'm not sure if that's really the right term for it, but 7 definitely has a feel to it that is different from what I think people said the other ones were. I think 6 actually has some of that as well. Like the beginning of 6, you're supposed to be in like these mech robot type things, so has that vibe to it going on. But yeah, Final Fantasy 6 is the one right now. We've knocked off a lot off the lists over the years, but like,
We have. And being Nintendo fans is such a big part of playing classic games.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like a Nintendo snob, but wow, they've got a lot of sort of classic games. And if you took one company who has the most games gamers should play or must play to sort of appreciate the hobby, then Nintendo's definitely up there.
they are. They're like with a bullet, like close to the very top. But I think also there's a lot of third parties on their old platforms that put out like classic games as well. So okay, I don't know if I actually have enough Crash Bomb here to kill all these people. I don't think I do, so I'm just gonna actually wrong thing. I think I'm
You
just
can
gonna,
only kill them with Crash Bomb.
yes, they don't die with anything else. So I'm just gonna stand here and die as they slowly kill me. And when I get back to this room, all these blocks will be gone, so I can just go and murder all these people as they stand. Not people, these fucking orbs or whatever the fuck they are. The weirdest boss. Like, talk about bosses kind of coming out of left field.
was
this
like
is
the-
just a
the
strange
graphic-
one.
It was like the graphic designer was ill for a week.
Yeah, kind of.
And they were like, oh, let's just put in these things. And then,
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Although, to be honest, like, the boss that we fought last time, which was that this time? I don't know. I can't remember. Was freaking like bits of the wall just coming off and floating at you. So,
Oh, right, yeah, yeah.
so similarities here and there, I guess.
Like they ran out of characters.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of.
Got this. Ooh.
I knew this was going to be the one level that people would have to watch me play through the most.
You know, that's what when people signed up to watch you play Mega Man 2.
Yeah,
That's part of the
they
deal.
had to sign an NDA saying NBZ is going to fail at this purple level. You must sit there and watch it for this period of time.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, come on, this is the law of the land, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it has to be.
Ooh! I've got something I want to talk about.
Okay.
There's like an Animal Crossing Direct,
Oh, really?
isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, there is going to
Is
be
it
one.
Japan only?
No, I believe it's all regions. They also announced a Monster Hunter Direct like a couple days ago. Or today.
Like, is there a chance of them announcing an Animal Crossing Switch?
No. I mean,
Why?
they've said they're not talking about Switch until next year. So no, there's no chance. Because they're Nintendo and they've stuck to their word so far. So, fuck, I missed the. Can I? No, I can't.
Surviving on a pixel.
Yeah, I was. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, Mega Man on a pixel. Classic songs
Classic.
in the Mega Man style.
So there's definitely no Animal. So what are they going to talk about Animal Crossing related? Just more amiibos.
I mean, they have a mobile game coming out.
Oh.
Oh, now I remember.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a
Point.
mobile game coming out. so they have something to talk about. Right, so here's the part where I go back and forth and grind this one guy in the center to get crash bomb fodder.
That's what everyone signed up for.
It's what everyone signed up for, I'm sorry. If you wanted anything else, this is what you're getting. Oh, there we go. It would come eventually.
I'm gonna throw down the challenge again, MBZ. You got one more chance at this boss, and then we're calling it.
Oh fuck! I just fucking used crash bombs again.
Just as I said that.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. Like seriously, I really appreciate it. Oh, don't fucking spawn another one! Oh my god, Bally, no! I'm not letting this happen. This is not happening. This is not fucking happening. Oh my...
Oh! It's just gonna do another one.
Fuck my actual life. Fuck, actually fuck everything. Oh my god. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna health tanks or something.
Oh shit, I don't have an energy tank anymore. Oh, this is the guy I'm supposed to fucking farm, isn't it? Not those other assholes. Oh my god. Okay, where's Crash? Right, let me go back. Oh, no, 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 no. I hate...
Anyway,
game over. Great. Great.
It gives us something to do for next time.
I guess.
I mean, look on the bright side. People are going to get even more Mega Man 2. Like, what more could you want?
Yeah, that's right. They will.
The glass is half full, not half empty.
Okay. Alright, well, next time, Bally, we're going to be back, and we're hopefully going to get through this stage. I hope.
We better.
We better do, because otherwise, it's fucked. But it shouldn't be. Alright, thanks for watching. Follow us on Twitter at TNL Podcast. I'm at Lord MZ. He's at BallyMan91. See you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.